Of course, blue. I was incepting myself into talking myself into more red side. I do think it's a little bit better on this new patch, but I haven't seen it a lot yet. It's Onivia.
He's one auto from getting Scarl back, but that monster will never come. As Knight, 2-0s Doinby in that matchup.
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
Worried about because if they capitalize, he's going to show his face up towards Aki. Likely going to have to smite this one away. Does so successfully, but even just forcing the Jarvan out like this, that's a free dive bot now if they want to.
Wow.
And
going for a bit of a double invade here off the side. I wonder if each jungler kind of knows what the other up to.
I feel like H1 being spotted means that NIP actually dodges out on that timer. Might just find the dragon timer for themselves. I don't think this is contestable. The threat of Annie at level 6 is going to be too great, and NIP going to brute force this dragon down successfully.
Yeah, and BLG seems like they already knew that that wasn't going to happen. They're rotating Elk now to the top side alongside On to...
if he was seen hovering bot, opportunity for BLG to get a lot more control over here.
Oh, Aki, oh, the EQ, it goes wide thanks to the seismic shove. The flash over the wall is going to prevent that curtain call from landing, but Knight will follow with the threaded volley and pick up first blood.
I really think that there's an opportunity here for NIP to fight like Jarvan 6, Annie 6 and change. It's really powerful for NIP, but Aki gets stuck. He gets caught out, and now there's no chance for NIP to get anything more than maybe a sneaky grub on the back half of PP God.
Or maybe a kill onto Knight. Nicely dodged away from as PP God goes forward. There's the Tibbers, and Doinby will make it an even trade. Now it is 2 grubs picked up for BLG, but NIP looking to finish this one off, and as you say, kind of yoink one away from Billy Gaming. So overall, a nice response here for Ninja Pajamas of BLG. In general, are feeling happy about how that went.
Could be really impactful with finding a numbers advantage for themselves.
PP God gets caught trying to hold that wave for Leave, ends up taking a good portion of his HP, but ends up accomplishing his original goal, which is to allow for Leave to pick up as much CS as possible, try to deny a plate.
Yeah,
this could be big danger.
Yeah. This is going to be a conversion.
It's just easy combo there. Yeah, they caught PP God going back, and so that's just an easy kill.
Over. Bin in trouble.
Yeah, but Ben has the exhaust, he has the ultimate. He's also 3 levels ahead of where Leave was. This could be a little bit more difficult. Already dashing away from the equalizer and that cataclysm. But the Tibbers on top is going to make sure that Ben stays right where he is and drops down as NIP do find the response they were looking for.
They could look for more too. PP God's here.
The wave has been taken down, though. It's going to be a little bit dangerous as PP God dashes in first. Depth charge will knock up 2, but the Unbreakable Will is going to keep PP God available for a long time. Feats of Warfare secured for Ninjas in Pajamas as they take down Beishuan and will be able to get on out. So NIP getting Beishuan is going to start it up immediately, knowing that those ultimates are down. Because, yeah, I mean, if NIP don't have those R buttons, like, that's basically the whole premise of the composition that we talked about in draft, right? So that means that they are much, much weaker. However, I think they're, in general, okay with the fact that they're very good. And remember, they already picked up that first dragon, so not much really to risk right now in terms of giving over that soul. As you can already see, the power of Tibbers and the power of Doinby going on to Beishuan as he just goes way too far. It used to be, or just it's just strong in general because Doinby is hitting already.
Anybot infiltrated the system of Riot Games as solo kill, trying to set up for Bin.
Yeah, not going to be a solo kill here on to Bin, but should likely be one anyway, as Aki's here as well. Nice tech here from Aki. He throws out the flag just to make sure he gets
here by NIP as Knight's cleaning up that bot turret. But still good rotations coming out from NIP. They've made some positive plays. Again, we haven't seen that big team fight Wombo, but overall they do have the slightly stronger early game comp, and they have been the ones using it better as eye wide. Wow, okay, 14 was passed. Didn't matter that it was no plates taken for NIP on the top side. They melt that turret with more numbers, secure that feat and feats overall for themselves as NIP continues. Doinby sprinting down the river, has him blast cone.
On, he's forced to go forward. They land the seismic shove out of PP God, but the Unbreakable Will is going to keep him very much alive. Doinby just eliminates him with the Tibbers, and it's already a 1-0 in favor of Ninja's Pajamas. PP God flashing away from the third shot. The fourth shot will find its mark, and now Leave is getting singled out by Bin, who has come into the fight and immediately made an impact here, taking down the Varus. And now Aki is in some trouble as well, as the gaps will begin to close. He flag and drags out, but Doinby's still alive. That Tibbers is still doing some work, and solo kills now overheated, and they'll get the kill in on to the Gwen. It's a 1-for-1 in that.
Missing Flash still has it up and is going to look for more plays as Leave flashless.
What an aggressive play here on to leave, but as you
play.
say, no flash, and that means that he's going to be in a lot of trouble. The equalizer coming down from solo kill to try to burst some damage down onto the BLG members, but it's already a double kill for Elk. It's going to be a triple kill for Elk as Aki falls, and just as he was...
the play, and frankly, they were too far up and not respecting the globals.
Oh, and now solo kill. Why are we standing there? He gets hooked up by On. That's the flash On out of there. The Tibbers is going to do some work. And
that was actually close, too. Keep in mind, that's a collector on the Jin, so that was actually kind of close to going down there, being that dopamine kill. That said, the majority of that one with more members get out with a 3-for-3. Now, after that last pick, have full control over the map, as PP God's going to eat a chunk. They're going to reset the Dragon, but get a crash mid, and that's mid-outer fallen.
Yeah, and so now BLG feeling very comfortable about their game state right now, and a lot of it is just the skill shots they've been able to connect with both Knight and On. Those dredge lines finding every target seemingly, as Aki goes over with the Hex Gate, and it looks like Ninja Pajamas do want to try to find a fight. Flag and Drag lands on Elk, but there's no follow-up, as the rest of the team is very far away. Instead, their target will turn towards the Talia, as the Cataclysm will force Knight to flash away. Here comes that curtain call. Aki with the Flag and Drag, the 4-shot not going to be able to find him. And I think overall, NIP feeling very happy about this so far. Knight goes over with the Weaver's Wall. Will find the combo and take Aki down. And with no jungler, Ninjas in Pajamas are going to feel very risky to start up that Dragon.
BS flash.
So instead, mid lane is going to be controlled by BLG. Equalizer comes out as the fight looks like it still wants to be continued here by Ninjas in Pajamas. But that is all that they will
Knight
find.
has done a really nice job playing Janitor in these fights, Grapes. Couple of Weaver's Walls to clean up some kills, whether it's Leave being flashless and having that free 2-for-0 that got BOG the initial lead, or just hunting Aki in the back half of that one, removing the smite, and he hope a Dragon into the fight where NIP actually won out on the health bar ward. So if Aki was able to get some health back by using jungle privilege on a couple camps that were up, real threat for the Dragon for NIP. That play, though, from Knight secures the down by a good Weaver's Wall from Knight. Has now been...
making a play down here. However, Doinby gets hooked up by the dredge line. Tower aggro still being put in by PP God, which means that NIP will be safe for now. However, here comes Beishuan, the Grand Starfall, as well as a Comet Spear is going to take PP God down. Aki forced to go forward, forced to try to slow down the assault of Billy Gaming, but it will not happen. Elk with a deadly flourish will collect another kill onto Aki, and Leave tried his best to find a response. That's going to be another one on to On, but there's the seismic shove. Leave is down, and only the Soul Laners are surviving here for NIP. The second shot will find solo kill, and the fourth will find Doinby. It's an ace picked up for Billy Gaming.
Oh, Elk just posterized them in the shooting gallery there in the back half, as I thought the equalizer in the back half of the fight almost split the fight in favor of BLG as Elk falls to the Otacon, but I gotta say, still did enough work in this one to make sure it was BLG who came out on top. Elk now sitting at 7-1-5, and the big benefactor of some of these hectic fights. Equalizer onto Beishuan, again, has the E and has the flash. So Beishuan burning flash to eat, I mean, pretty much Varus R and Rumble R at the end of the day is well worth it for BLG. And as you called out, Grapes, no chance for NIP to contest the Dragon. Maybe a chance for them to contest the Otacon, as a couple minutes later, it does a lot less damage. BLG does a lot more damage to it. And NIP, yeah, they're going to TP in, wall to cut off.
Oh, it cuts off half the members here of NIP. That means the Otacon will surely go over, as Aki was unable to get into the pit. But now NIP looks like they want to fight a little bit. Doinby only lands the tippers onto On. He will go down, but what can the response look like for BLG with Elk and Bin so untouched in the backline? They completely are going to wipe out NIP. They stun up Beishuan, but the fourth shot will come through and lock PP God down. It's another double kill for Elk as Leave. Oh my God, Leave, he flashes forward and picked up a triple kill, taking down two members, and it's a 1-for-1 on the map right now. Knight chasing down Leave. Surely he's able to find it. Eventually an ace picked up here for Billy, but Leave just saved that fight for NIP. Really, contribute here in these later game fights, and now 5-5-5 on the Varus. However, the rest of NIP still not in a great spot, as Doinby doesn't have his flash. He's going to have to try to fight his way out of this one. He pops his Zanyas to maybe buy some time, as Aki and the rest of NIP are on the way, but they are very far out to try to support their mid laner, and Doinby will go down. PP God going to try to continue the exchange, and it actually is enough to take down On. So a 1-for-1 so far. Flag and Drag lands on the Bin, but the Needlework is doing a lot of damage, and Bin is healing up a ton, all the way back to full HP, as Aki's down to 20 for the Baron Nashor.
Yeah, PP God couldn't connect with the combo onto Bin. As Knight, or Bin on the Gwen was able to slip on out of that one. Doinby doesn't have TP for when he spawns, and Aki's quite low, as BOG with vision is going to continue to poke. PP God with no ult, or late ult, goes down.
He thought he could
It's supposed
survive.
to be a 52% NIP win, but I'm looking at these champions. We're looking at this game. We feel like it's BLG that are going to outscale. As, yep, there goes 2NB.
Yeah.
Flash with Sanya's list in the side lane, and he's going to fall
NBA
into
Street,
the,
man. Or NBA Street, NBA Jam.
Yeah.
Those kind of games.
Goodbye,
Either way,
Alstroll.
those shots have been hitting, and that means NIP in a bit of a dangerous situation. We keep finding these combos on, and that is good. But is it great? The 4th shot, it will land onto Aki. As again, I don't think Elk missed a single one of those, albeit not necessarily as impactful. But now the Dragon is up, and it's a 4v5 on the map for the next 25 seconds for NIP.
On's going to get more. We have seen On go down early, catching some of these combos, and it has been enough for his team to actually overcome the rest of the fight. But of course, BLG weren't quite in position, but they're trying to fix that now.
Oh, Lever's Wallet cuts Aki off. The Dragon's at 4,000 HP. Basejuan can get into the pit, and he steals it away. The new pickup here for Billy is able to secure their team the Hextech Soul. And even in a 4v5 situation, even with Basejuan going down, that is a big win here for BLG. Elk goes down to Doinby, though.
Everything you have in your kit to try and make this one connect is the right play. Doinby, though.
Oh,
okay.
Tibbers not going to
Good
find
shroud.
anything here. PP God, he goes over the Hex Gates. He still has his ultimate available. Going to go and flash forward for a 3-man pulverize and headbutt Bin straight to his doom. It's solo kill to pick up the kill. But now Basejuan is back up. Basejuan has that Grand Starfall, and he can come right back into the Baron pit. But NIP have no choice. They have to continue the aggression. They have to keep moving. They have to try to find something. But now the health bar's too low, and with that Grand Starfall available, it might be too little too late. Solo kill flashes away from the seismic shove, and now it's BLG who have tempo on the map.
Good defense from Knight, just kiting back and utilizing. Now that he does have access to 11.
Ooh, and they're fishing. On still looking for dredge lines, but this time it doesn't connect. And here comes the Tibbers. It once again lands onto the Nautilus, and Doinby's able to pick up that kill. How impactful will that be, though? Start the Baron up.
Not sure, like how or if BLG can play the map. Bin might be caught here.
Yeah, he goes for broke, potentially on a solo kill. He might know that he's already met his doom. He goes for the snip, but Leave just snipes him down. Tanky, once the full fight begins in earnest, control around this bush is very important, as Leave is going to get ulted by On, and a flash away is going to find the dredge line onto Aki instead. Grand Starfall comes forward. Has Basejuan gone too far forward? No, he has not, as it means that Leave will go down. However, Elk is now vulnerable as he gets flag and dragged here by the Jarvan. He doesn't even get a chance to pop the ulti, though, as he gets bursted down by the Jhin. Solo kill trying to do his best, and now it's Doinby stuck in a 1v4. Can Doinby do anything? Absolutely not. It's Elk that gets the kill. Elder not
started up. I think it really made that one tough for NIP as they were playing a front to back, already on the back foot as the flicks from Knight. And he got Alistar's ult out. It got a flash out. It got a flash out later on from Aki too. And that was enough space for BLG to function, for Elk to survive and rip through the rest of NIP as BLG wraps up game 1.
Bit of an anticlimactic ending to that one, but you're going to take it if you're BLG. 52 kills in that 38-minute banger, and it results in our favorites taking game number 1.
Orianna matchup, really big if you can attack the Orianna in the side lane. Wukong can help you combo to line up that shuriken flip and make sure that you're able to connect in the side lane if you are Doinby. But seeing Wukong hit the Raptors yet, they have information, so maybe they think Wukong started topside, but they don't know where he's at, and he's looking bot as they're going to be in trouble.
Knight popped onto PP God. He's 200 HP, but Leave and PP God flash forward at the exact same time. And now that Leaves On out to dry, no flash even used because he knows he's down. It's NIP with first.
Is some skill in this matchup, but yeah, Bin's been doing nice work, and we're going to try it here.
Oh, flash a little bit too early for solo kill, and Basejuan's able to dash in under the tower, pick up the first kill for Billy Gaming, and Bin was tanking tower aggro the whole time, so looks like BLG are content with leaving the lanes in the position that they are at this point, not the fact that the grubs are coming up relatively soon.
Yeah, again, they swap back here, just helping enable Aki, that fact that he can take this dragon now, so will be numbers advantage on the bot side, and yeah. I think Bin sees solo kill top, getting the bad news, and just going to back off this one. This PP guy jumps over the wall to help out Aki, and BLG and Bin going to see that this dragon, not going to be there. It's going to go over into the hands of NIP.
Oh, now Bin might be caught out a bit. He's going to take a little bit of peppering here for Leave, but he can walk out base without a teleport, so could be a situation where if you are Billy Gaming, you could try to start this up or at least force a fight, but Basejuan's actually the second one here to the play as Aki is the one to begin the damage dealing onto the Krug. Looks like was able to secure that first smite. getting some nightmares back to when Beishuan was just winning every single 50-50, but this time
they won this
Aki's
out.
able to get one.
I think they're going to win this out. Aki, he doesn't have a smite coming back up, but this is a little bit funny. Of course, Doinby is showing bot. It looks like they dragged Bin on up, so I lied. They don't win this out. It's BLG that's going to win. But hey, Doinby gets a free lane to himself in the bot lane, so it's not like NIP get nothing for it. 2-for-1 grubs for BLG. Doinby going to get a couple points.
Yeah, and at least on that top side of the map once been rotated over.
Doinby.
However, Doinby's looking for something here now. Knowing that Knight does not have that shockwave, he flashes forward, does not go for that second proc of the public execution as on power that early income. Ooh. Really coming to fruition for Ninjas in Pajamas is now an engage. It's happened in the mid lane on already at half HP. Cannot use that charge forward because the steadfast presence was in hand, and that does buy enough time for the Poppy to escape. Teleport comes in here for Knight, and that forces Aki to flash on out.
Good for BLG. But Doinby, he's going to look. Nice isolated.
Shuriken flips forward. Oh yeah, On just does not run the same way as Knight. He waits for the flash beautifully, and Doinby will pick up the solo kill. Now on the bottom side again, it is going to be the Cyclone pop. It is a teleport coming in for Bin, but here comes Elk, and here comes BLG. It's a double kill for the Kai'Sa, the Killer Instinct, but now Leave has arrived. He pops the Lightning Craftsman, a 2-man searing charge from Bin is massive. Elk picks up a triple. He's looking for another one, but solo kill is still massive on the front line, and Leave is going to get another kill for himself. It's a battle of the bottom laners here in game number 2 as Leave and Elk both
have the
become
advantage in the back half of that bloody fight, but of course no objective fell, and we're right back to the scene of the crime here. Graves as BLG going to take this one down. They're outnumbered though.
Oh no, he doesn't! It's Aki this time that wins out on the smite fight. And now another fight can erupt here as Beishuan gets knocked up by the Scion Q, and Leave picks up his 4th kill of this game number 2. So this time the steals going towards Ninjas in Pajamas, going towards Aki, as Leave picks up a kill onto Beishuan on the back end of things, and now Doinby's looking for the solo kill onto Bin. The Shuriken flip does not connect, and that means that the Ornn will survive.
Yeah, if he landed the E, I do think that Doinby actually takes Shockwave. Just has to be careful. You have to hold on to that dash, hold on to that E if you want to have a way to play out of that one. Where BLG kind of returned to life, the game that we have now. Of course, Herald on the map, and BLG, they've burned Knight's TP and are on it as solo kill.
Yeah, oh wow, look at Elk, or look at Knight I should say. He gets one shot by the all-in combo, and Aki gets another one. He's stealing them left and right here in this game number 2. Doinby teleports into the fight and picks himself up a double kill.
This game, Graves, they're going to get mid-outer to fall, maybe top outer as well, and that's a 5k gold lead.
I was wondering even if Doinby was going to teleport to that fight at all, because he was going to take the bot lane tier 1 turret, but now you get 2 for the price of 1, plus 4 kills.
Is crashed upon, and that buys a lot of space for NIP to try and take down this dragon.
Ocean Soul Point on the line if they can collect this one. And it's Beishuan who's going to try his best to enter the pit. Oh, Keeper's Verdict takes away PP God, so it's a 45 at least for a little bit. And that means that NIP are going to peel away from this one at least temporarily before they go for the re-engage. There comes the Scion ulti. Beishuan goes forward, but the Shockwave is flashed away from by Leave. And that's a big cooldown that BLG no longer have in their hands. A solo kill picks the kill up and on. Beishuan in a terrible position as Leave gets himself yet another kill in this team fight. And that means that NIP can pick themselves up that soul point for free.
Yeah, BLG really kind of stuck and split on that approach. I think that's a good call, Grapes, as you saw Knight and Elk on one side of the fight, and Beishuan and On being focused down on the other. Also Bin not even able to fire off that call. The Forge God can't blame him because, of course, the pressure from the Unbreakable just canceling that outright. Definitely something he has to be worried about. As Knight still has Flash, and it looks like NIP might be fishing for that, and potentially Elk, as they at least kind of threaten in posture, but just forcing them off is, oh man. Another Otacon started on spawn. I gotta say, this could be a little bit dangerous. Otacon does a lot of damage early on, but BLG's still low. They've delayed Knight's base, so he can't base and TP back. That might just be enough to buy space and actually secure this one for NIP.
But Bin is here. He teleported forward. He has to call the Forge God. They're going to try to find some sort of miracle steal, but it's smited away by the side of Aki. And now NIP going to be on the reset as they want to try to get away with the objective being secured. Really nice cancel from Solo Kill, and Decimating Smash prevents that steering charge from coming through with the call of the Forge God coming out. Gonna at least take down the Scion most likely, but the Scion is still gonna live. Pimpy God saves the day. And yeah, it started with that level 1 right at this area of the map. The blue buff here for Beishuan. He's going to get targeted again. And it looks like that's going to cause him to go down once more. Beishuan dies. It's Leave picking up kill number 7. And Knight's going to go down all the same. A double kill for the Zeri. And Ninjas in Pajamas are
gotta imagine for... Oh boy, solo kill.
Yeah, there goes the
Really?
Roar, the Slayer, into that ultimate for solo kill. It doesn't find the knockup on the knife, and the decimating smash whale. And in comes Doinby. He Zanya's the shockwave and make sure he does not go down, as Knight is the first casualty in this fight. And Doinby will kick another one on to Beishwan. Down the mid lane, NIP go. They will at least be able to secure themselves the Ocean Soul, and maybe even look for more.
And pleasantly surprised by our squad here. BLG, the team that has been undefeated, or series score-wise, since Beishwan joined. And I know that NIP, it was a frisky series they had against Top Esports. Game 1 against BLG didn't look too promising. This game 2, again, they got it with sound.
And again, the predictive Zanyas, knowing that the shockwave would be immediately issued by Knight as soon as he came out of crowd control of that knockup, making sure there is no possibility of a turnaround here for Billy Gaming. However, this Baron could be a little bit risky. Even though NIP are 8,000 gold up, they're going to look for the fight instead of the flip, and that is exactly what they should do. Bin goes down as Leave picks up yet another kill, and Doinby flashes forward, force the killer instinct out of Elk. Solo kill flashing over the wall. NIP looking for the throat, but a shockwave is going to buy some time for Knight. The Cyclone second proc will be issued onto the Ariana, and as you say, no opportunity for any sort of kills for BLG.
PB got with a flash zoning Q. They're trying to keep Beishwan out of there.
They're feeling themselves.
Yeah, but again, just not enough damage for BLG to get through this Ocean Soul. Doinby going to be hunting down the Poppy here as this Baron take is slow, but NIP making sure it's secure as they try and zone out the enemy smite.
On lane's stun, but it's only on to Leave. Beishwan dashing forward, trying to find a knockup onto Doinby. He gets canceled up here by the W of Poppy. It is forced to go golden. Elk could be able to find himself a kill, but the Baron is picked up right now by NIP. And Elk is down. A double kill for Leave. And now it is just Bin and On alive as NIP can push down the mid lane with...
cannot get in the pit as they get the Baron, only lose El Capitano and their mid laner, Doinby. And they're going to be happy with that, pushing down mid. And again, NIP, like, just how much better they look with solo kill in the lineup, it's wild. Because as you highlighted, it almost feels like some of the issues that Aki's had have started to go to the wayside. I still think that it's been a weaker split for Aki, but we have seen a couple of better games in split 2, and it just feels like overall, I don't know if this roster's in a honeymoon phase or if their top laner is just that much better.
On that Pantheon Talia combo, doing a ton. Now, it is going to be solo kill in the Scion that's setting things up, but Doinby's going to be able to do some work as well. Oh, maybe a little bit too far forward. We are feeling ourselves too much. As
Ocean Soul gets a lot stronger. You can play around it if you're able to burst, but I don't think anyone's going to be able to burst.
There's solo kill. Coming in through the flank. A 3-man searing charge come out of the shockwave is big, though, from Knight, but that's a lot of the damage that is already in the kits of BLG. And Leave is now has the opportunity to pop off. It could be. It could be. No, it's not a Penta, as Doinby will steal it in the last 2, but a full house, as you like to call it here on the LPL, as NIP pick up a full ace for themselves. They're going to even up this series at 1-1.
Yeah, that was one big Zeri, no Enchantress needed. Just a level 3 gank from Aki to set up bot lane for success. Leave and PP God ran with it, as you gotta imagine that's gonna be a pog for Leave. Rewarding some of the boom damage there on the Zeri as he put up a damn good game, and NIP pushes to a game 3.
And they take down the roster that has been undefeated in match score.
And now we're just gonna have to see what Doinby can do on the Kled into the Silas. Of course, you called it out to lose that 1v1. Into the Yorick, as that was our 1v1. Worrisome of the double ups into strength. Oh boy. Good flash from Leave.
Flash on Elk. They know that this Xayah can be vulnerable early with PP God having 2
here for NIP as Beishwan's looking.
This is a must-need dive here on this bottom side. On lands to knock up onto 2, but a teleport comes in from solo kill. This dive must be completed quickly, but it will not happen. Leave gets the kill, and now solo kill has arrived and maybe try to finish off another one.
3 plays. How did this happen mid? Doinby the counter pick.
It's a tower.
Knight. He caught a tower shot. Doinby.
It's another tower shot.
Knight. No, Knight. What are we doing? Oh, Knight. We've been playing so damn good this split, catching 2 tower
shots from Knight. Oh my goodness. This is just a Doinby magic that we were saying. As now BLG going to try to finally get back on the board. They find that kill on to Leave after the lane swap was initiated.
Cheat his way out of a tough spot of the game when it comes to the York for next in matchup after especially he got first blooded up top. And because the bot lane is still bottom for BLG, they have numbers around this dragon. That stolen nature's grass. That should be enough. Aki, be careful here, buddy. Yeah, this is a dangerous one.
Throws that out there and forces NIP to back away. So
all right.
Early Ocean Drake.
NIP and Aki trying to take this one away is spotted out.
We flashes away. Going to be able to escape, but won't be able to finish off that red buff. See if they
That's
try
level
to
2 off the swaps that BOG were able to find, which is really hurting for NIP now, because these grubs, you got to imagine this is going to go over the hands of BLG. Aki doesn't have access to 6 yet, does need to take the red buff before he gets it.
Just the one grub, as Aki and NIP finally do arrive here to this one. Doinby does not have that charge, as you said, but has teleport alongside Knight on the bot side if any fight were to go super.
This is a dangerous one.
Right? They ended up going their way. As here comes another engage. PP God landing that knockup onto On, and Leave does a ton of damage with those love taps. Able to chunk On out to less than 200 HP, but the re-engage is big from BLG. They get the kill on a PP God, but here comes the bullet time. He's going to try to knock down the Zaya, but the Zaya will go down to Aki on the backside of things instead, as the Bramble Smash will pick him up too. And now Leave is able to survive, as Aki will rejoin the fight. Solo kill with the dominance, flashing in, going to take Beishwan down. Ninjas in pajamas, finding another kill in the mid lane skirmish. And they go 6 for 2 overall in this game to start things off.
Yeah, flash for flash trade bot. Doinby almost found another solo kill, and Aki actually played that one out really well.
Picking that one up. I think overall 3 for 1 on that fight around the top side. However, it does mean that BLG are able to rotate back up here, take all 3 of those grubs. The first time we've seen all 3 of them go over to one team. And it does go to the team with the Yorick, so that's always a little bit frightening if you are Ninjas in Pajamas. And gonna be even more frightening here as Elk, On, and Beishwan contribute to that kill on a solo kill and could allow for
a trade up in favor of BLG as they secure that first tower for themselves.
So we're very close to that major objective across the map, and that will be there despite the kills going over. But now another skirmish here in the mid lane. Leave flashes away, but is able to get that bullet time out. Chunks Knight down to half. And make sure that
out from
BLG...
you can see BLG just sprinting towards this objective. Might look for the contest. They get the bad news. It's taken. Can they get out now as the ult comes down?
Here comes that charge, and Doinby's going to lock in on a Beishwan. He flashes away underneath his tower. Make sure that Doinby takes a lot of damage in response. Permafrost comes out. This could be the turnaround that BLG do need. But a great crash down comes through from PP God. Still all the way back in the storm, though. Is able to help PP God go down. And now Knight finds the Abscondum Duck, and Doinby will fall. It's a double kill for Bin, but solo kill is eviscerating the backline. Another kill goes the way of Leave, and it's again Ninjas in Pajamas to come out on top.
Solo kill ends up being huge in the back half on this Renekton. As it's going to continue.
Going for more. They find the stun. It's in onto Bin, but Leave a guy on the backside, and it's going to be another double kill picked up for the Yorick. So Ninjas in Pajamas going a little bit too far forward, and that forces NIP and Aki specifically to run away.
Aki's dead too. He's out of ward, so BLG knows Aki can't even get the trade kill as Bin.
At least so far in the second round robin. And speaking of, with Beishwan back here, this is certainly solo kill going down, and BLG have found their footing here in this game 3.
Didn't even pop the ultimate, can't blame him. Now Aki caught.
So the kill, it should certainly be the charge coming forward though. Aki buys a lot of time, and now it's up to Doinby to try to take down Knight and On in a support mid 2v2. He's waiting for Leave to arrive. The bullet time has come out. On it has to flash away. Doinby does not remount as Skarl is just too late to the play. Beishwan comes in with that Glacial Prison, and now it is Billy Gaming who are back with multiple kills of their own. They're going to try to set this one up onto Elk, donate it over to the Zaya, but he's not able to get there quick enough, and it will mean that Beishwan collects the gold.
I think that just might be the doom of NIP.
10 minutes or so, but ever since then, BLG really controlling the map. They picked up, I think they extended 4 kills off of that play or plays in both the mid and the bot lane.
Ooh.
And now the Rift Herald they go.
Knight actually went for the Rocket Belt, so not the Roa in this game. We'll say that does diminish the scaling a little bit.
And we'll see if they want to contest the third. Knight has teleport. He's around the top side of the map right now, as it is Aki to start this one up.
Beishwan gonna see if he can get in there. Looks like he dashed up. Okay, so it's gonna be a give. They're gonna give this one away. They're gonna play for.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them play the map really well in that game too, but not the same here this time around as Leave pops the cleanse early and still gets knocked up, and Beishwan to pick up the kill underneath the tier 2, which has already gone down. PP God going in for the engage, but there's just no more juice left on this NIP composition. It is a 2-0 as the tier 2.
52% chance to win that game. All my hopes are riding on that, Grapes. I can't believe that it's not the case.
Hey, we're going to find a pick here. Knight thought there was a wolf camp. There was not. And so a first of many steps for a comeback as the trade will be the Otacon up in the top side.
There's not going to be a comeback in this one. This one's all over. As, again, BOG going to wrap up the Otacon. I think they've got safer team compositions than what NIP has.
And now they're going to go for the throat. Here goes Knight teleporting in, looking for another re-engage. Gets away from the Nature's Grasp. But no ultimate popped here for On. Or I should say he used the quickness, but it did not find it. So if you are an IP, you should be comfortable just giving this one up. PP God, though, was looking for the engage. He gets ulted here by Beishwan. He flashes on out and will survive, but here comes a teleport from Doinby, and it is not a good location. He's going to flash in on a Knight, try to find some sort of play. This could be the game here as the bullet time stolen away from Knight, not going to find too much. The health bars are very low on Ninja's Pajama's side, so they have to back on out, and if you're BLG, you're happy about that because that means you can head right back and pick up this dragon.
Hard to play out fights at this point in the first place. No ults, no chance here as BLG just trade around some health, take away the big tools from NIP, and are able to secure this dragon on their own for free. So denying soul point.
Playing the back then, and so does Doinby on this Kled mid. However, doesn't look like history's going to repeat itself too well as NIP in a very dire spot. PP God getting ulted here and getting taken down by Knight. Here goes a big engage here from On as well, and it's a double kill picked up for the Silas, and now Ninja Pajamas are maybe trying to bounce back a little bit. Knight does go down, solo kill, able to finally pick up something, but he falls on the back end of things. But Doinby has remounted, and the health bars are very low here for BLG. They could try to maybe find something on a someone, but there will be no blood shed as BLG will get out with most of their lives.
But look at how many things had to go NIP's way to even make it look close.
Yeah, it would have been a great fight if they weren't 7,000 gold behind. I'll say that much here. A solo kill getting chunked out, but the bullet time from Leave is doing a lot of damage on the bin. Re-engage comes through from PP God, and with BLG separated, it's Leave picking up a massive shutdown onto the Yorick. It's a 1-for-1 as Aki falls. But Doinby,
that might have been one of the better opportunities to find him. And it will just be BLG regrouping around this Baron. Bin has TP, but this Baron's getting ripped down. Doinby trying to get his team in there.
No shot, this gets stolen away. It's secured by Beishwan, but can Ninja Pajamas do anything in this fight? Knight going forward. He is massive right now on that Silas, and it's Lee picking up one, but that's all he shall receive. Skirmish Duck lands on a solo kill, and there's no more hope for NIP. A Baron and a delayed ace picked up here.
Bot, yes, Bin fell, but Aki was low enough where by the time the Baron was down, I mean, Aki was in base. The tracking there from BLG, good enough to get themselves that free Baron, and that just might spell the game.
There's 8 seconds on PP God. Doinby spawns in 15, but the Baron up wave and a dead Aki's not going to help. Billy Gaming drop game 2, but they're looking to finish the job here in game number 3 off of Knight Silas. A brilliant performance from Bin as Billy Gaming, if they can finish off this Nexus, they will jump up to 6-0 in the second round robin. Lee finds another kill, but it's not going to matter at all. The Nexus falls, and it's a 2-1 victory for Billy.
I mean, Beishwan Gaming feels pretty good.
And Rookie, again, 4 side selection here. Actually, importantly to note, Rookie does have his maul back up, but the equalizer going to be used just to clear out the wave, and here we go. Waiting for Allah to overheat. He's not going to have the equalizer available for the fight, as here comes that ring. It's closing in, but Allah is trying to burn Rookie down, but the dominance is here. Allah throwing this one away as Rookie's able to control it and give IG side select.
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
Teams in the standings, and a must win for IG if they want to try and secure that top 4, as JJ going to get involved against this blue buff. Should be Pantheon winning out of the Smite War here. Yeah.
Yep, that Q Smite combo just a little bit too OP, as Mako went forward with the Zenith Blade, but was canceled by missing, crashing down on top of it.
Has bought some time and space for the Shy, who again is getting bopped around a little bit here by Alba, but can win out on this one.
Oh, he had another proc of the QW. Now, a little bit shorter off on terms of those camps, as here goes another engage on the bot side. Pays having to pop the cleanse and the flash to get away from Mako's engage.
Level 2 of missing, so just that invade from JJ was able to get a level difference, which was punished really nicely, and delaying Pays' base here. Going to start him out of a lot of resources. They're going to actually be forced to swap and dive on the missing.
He gets stunned up. He flashes on out, though, and uses both of his summoner spells. It will result in a trade. No, it doesn't. 2-0 in favor of Invictus Gaming. Dive is coming as JJ is on the hunt. He jumps forward to get that untargetable. All like popping the Counter-Strike early. Still has the ultimate at his disposal, so it'll be a reset here of the turret aggro. and another clearing of the minion wave. Maybe IG will go for another one next. However, the trade on the other side of the map is JDG getting back on the board. However, the Shy is able to take it down, missing in a trade that will hand the Feats of Warfare over to Invictus.
A little bit. The Shy will be able to TP back and catch up most of that, but hey, dive connected on one side. Good roam from Scout is able to impact that lane, and that Scoop able to make sure the Shy goes down. Whereas it will be the Dragon going down and Awa surviving on the other side of the map for JDG. So here for Invictus Gaming, as it is the 8-minute mark, grubs have spawned, and JJ going to find his way here first. Definitely going to be at least one grub going over to IG. We'll see what kind of answer Shun and JDG are able to have. But at the moment, it is Gala pushing Pays around, as it is no Vamp Scepter available for Pays quite yet. So that damage is going to stick, and looks like JDG just going to give over the 3 grubs for free. That's really big for Yorick later on in this game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw what Bin was able to do when he had those grubs in his hand just in that last game. And so even better of a situation now this time for Invictus Gaming. They get all 3 of those grubs. They're stacking up the feats of strength as well. That's now 2 of the 3 as Gall has to flash on after that bullet time. Pays
using scaling. I very much favor Yorick on the side lane, whereas Jax can make a little bit of a bigger splash in the team fight. Speaking of splashes, missing.
Getting splashed upon here by the, I think that's the pool party Talia. He's going to allow for Gala to pick up another kill, as he's now 2-0-1 leading.
We're going to get a play for himself and then run for the hills against the Maiden. We'll say the Shy.
There are moments where things do not necessarily add up, and they start to underperform a little bit. However, we're seeing that change here in this game specifically.
Secured.
They're able to pick up all of the major objectives so far in this game. That is the feats of strength, as you did talk about it. They could look for another play on a missing. However, he's going forward with that Magnet Storm on a JJ, and a teleport has come in as well, as all is going to join the fight. But Gala just one-shots the Pantheon as soon as he enters the fray, and that means that it's another kill going over to IG. JJ going forward with another call to pack, looking at lockdown, missing, and they do. The Rel is down. Ala trying to leap strike away, but Gala will find the kill. 3 for nothing in favor of Invictus Gaming, and they could look for another. Scout it to flash away as the Shy's chasing after him. The E is not yet off of cooldown, so the shifting Sandstorm.
IG did a great job of using that space in that fight. Again, the 2 unraveled Earths from Rookie led to such positivity for IG, just been trading out throughout the fight. I really feel like that's going to be the game plan, and why we're seeing Talia just be first picked. Again, it doesn't...
You know, the different synergies or the anti-synergies against it that you can play with this Pantheon in these game 1s of the Fearless drafts. And right now, Rookie's making the most out of it. As IG are starting up this Rift Herald, Jean could get in and steal this one away, but the Weaver's Wall is going to come out and it blocks JDG from trying to secure the objective. A beautifully issued ultimate here from Rookie.
A significant one to get back up. As,
Pays, that's a free cleanse. Has to use that cleanse, and the Solar Flare comes out on top. And there is a huge ulti from Gala as well.
Walk into these Mystic shots, and Gala, who is ahead, is now missing. Going to be cut off.
The cancel shuns back as well. That means he's going to be half HP by the time this Dragon is started up. Almost assuredly means it goes over to Invictus Gaming. 3-0. That is Infernal Soul Point. Just another victory here for Invictus Gaming. I mean, it looks very tough.
It looks clean. Can I call IG clean from what we've seen so far? He's so strong right now. Pantheon can have used those 2. We got a pause. Weaver's Wall coming in, missing, no flash.
Yeah, he already gets stunned up and flicked back. That's just an instantaneous kill from Gala. My goodness, the burst damage from IG.
So I think it's really tough to play Pantheon of the Talia Ezreal. Again, taking it R1, R2. You have a lot of factors you have to get through. Got to return to live though. On account of half.
And it's going to go down. It's another objective that just goes away for free.
Ult in.
Here comes that Grand Starfall. It could be enough, but no, it's taken by JJ first. They're instead looking for the kill on the Rookie, but Missing's already very low. Going forward in, tries to ult away to safety, but the Shy's there to cut him off, and Jun dies on the back end of things. 2 more kills in favor of Invictus Gaming, as they are dominating game number 1 in a way that we have not seen from this team in a long, long time. Ala going for the counter-strike, but it's flashed away from the Shy. Weaver's Wall, it cuts off Scout, and Pays is isolated as well. Gala picks up kill number 6 on the day, and Invictus Gaming are up 11-1.
Always has to run for the hills against this IG team that is no slowing down, no signs of it in this one as Gala gets over the wall, hunts down the Jax. Going to be a clean erase. Now looking to make sure that they secure this soul as JDG, the weaker team, relegated to trying to play through bot. They're going to try and cut off the Shy, but good luck getting through that York.
Oh, they got to try to steal this away. Otherwise, it's just going to be the soul going over. Shun going in with that Grand Starfall, but he's not even close to the pit just yet. All jumping over. They're going to try to target Gala, but he flashes over the wall and will survive. JJ still here. Still going to try to find this smite. Instead, it's going to be secured by the Pantheon as JDG denied the soul. They then pick up another kill on Mako. They're going to try to take down Gala as well. He goes over the wall. JDG looking for an answer. It's a jungle battle here in the Dragon Pit, but Rookie will join the fray and try to keep JJ alive, and he does so successfully. It's a double kill picked up for Rookie.
Overcome. As Mako, first player in LPL history to 10,000 assists. Congrats to him, man. One of the GOATs for sure. Looking at LPL Sports, as Pays going to fall to the dog. And a shovel.
No assist there, but
goodbye.
Still another kill going forward for Invictus Gaming. Despite the fact that Dragon went over to JDG, they're still not feeling comfortable here in this game. There are questions about what JDG would look like against teams in the middle of the pack. They took care of business against Thunder Talk. They lost to Top Esports. Not many, reps against teams in between. But right now, we're starting to get a grim look of what JDG could look like in the back half of this second round robin if they don't clean.
Of course, lost to IG off a tragic one early on. And,
Ala tried to go for the teleport. He gets immediately matched with that seismic shove on Unraveled Earth combo. Bullet time, gonna get flashed away from Gala. Scout dashing forward, desperately looking for an ultimate to try to turn this game around, but hasn't found the angle just yet, and will go to the grave before he does. It's another 3 kills picked up for Invictus Gaming. Ala has the Zanya's popped, but he will not be able to survive for much longer. The Counter-Strike merely buying time, as it is Invictus Gaming up 19-3. They could go to the Baron, they could go to the base, they could maybe do a little bit of both, as they are going to walk away with a Game 1 victory for sure.
I don't know about that one from JDG. That was really weird trying to all in on Azrael, and Scout, sends everything in, doesn't even burn his flash or ult, and just dies. As I'm not used to seeing Scout perform like this, especially when he gets his hands on his Azir. And that's going to spell the doom of this game one as IG, man, walk in and take care of business against JDG.
It just never looked close. They're going to try to pad the KDAs a little bit. Instead, the Nexus goes down 19-3, less than 30 minutes into this game. It's Invictus Gaming walking away with a Game 1 win.
JD Gaming able to play faster with this composition that they have. For IG, though, we have seen the Annie at 6, how much damage she is able to put out. I think that when you have these Annie compositions selected, has been 2 full clears on the junglers, but of course did tease the potential action mid as Rookie.
Oh, wow. It's a dive onto Scout in the mid lane. JJ picking up that kill, but it's going to be matched by Shun, who actually is the one to pick up first blood at the end of the day. And now with that Conqueror proc, and with JJ without many cooldowns, the Flag and Drag is going to come through, but JJ flashes in a straight line. It's going to allow for Shun to take an extra tower shot, and somehow the Wukong will live. Both mid laners are teleporting right back, and it could be Rookie going straight for his doom.
Oh, no,
he doesn't have the ability to flash in onto Shun, and the Rookie will die again. Another kill going for JDG as a desperately needed fight.
Too, already showing on the Jace, so going to be hunting for the backliners, not the frontliners. Will have to be other people that deal with the tanks. The front line for IG. Dragon will be the focus here, and really no surprise that JDG is going to take this one again. The Naught plus Varus, for me, that's double prio in the bot lane, as I think they both won the matchup out against their counterparts early on, and that has been played out decently well for JDG in this matchup. Maybe hunting for Mako, but Mako gets sidestepped on the dredge line. Just gonna be the dragon that does get,
which means that some of the spells are gonna be really impactful here. As now Pei is gonna get targeted. Mako stuns him up already with that flash being burned. The cleanse doesn't do anything, and JJ picks up the kill with ease.
Yeah, falls down as well. Could mean something for a potential grub fight coming up here. Is Scout gonna burn an ultimate and try and force Rookie on out?
Was it split 1?
I am beyond fraudulent. We're just gonna leave with that.
It's all good, as more experience for him to utilize here on this game. He's not here at this fight just yet, but he has potential to cut JDG off from the fight this one.
That hurts with Mako being down like that. Shun, though.
Oh, he flashes away, but goes straight into Timber's arms. Rookie finds the engage. Shockwave not finding anything. And that's the Feats of Warfare picked up right now for IG. Teleport comes from Mala. He's very far away, but he's going to be able to use it all out on only Mako. He doesn't get able to go to the wall. And Gala gets himself a double kill at IG.
Well, Rookie was showing on the Annie, had that flash available. Any mistakes you make into Annie, you're going to be punished like that. And that's something where, again, you can use that EQ to actually buffer after he flubbed a lot of last game on his Azir. So, need to see more out of Scout moving.
And just some misplays all around here. They're going to try to find some sort of trade here as Ala goes all out on her rookie with Shun on the way on the Jarvan. Tippers comes out and stuns out Ala, but this Cassante is very tanky. They're going to set things up for Shun. He's going to be able to claim the kill, and the Annie will go down. On the other side of the map, though, it is IG already picking up a kill onto the opposing mid laner as Scout has fallen again. JJ looking for the kill on the Pays. Pays doesn't have any sort of damage to fight back, and IG will strike with the better trade, 2 for 1, and maybe looking for 3, as Missing is completely isolated here underneath his tier 1 turret. The Shy goes to the skies and gets another kill.
Get trades across the map, but it's IG coming out on top. I do like the play coming out from Ala and JDG on the bot side. I feel like that's appropriate with Rookie being down flash, but IG
ahead of Ala, just kind of for free. He's able to scoop up some kills here or there in some of these extended skirmishes. He is getting a little bit far forward here as Scout is going to shockwave him back in. Going to be followed up by the Pathmaker. A nice combo of damage here from Ala and Scout, and it is enough for that shutdown to go over to the Cassante.
All right, well, you know, themselves. As the Herald is being secured by IG. So, bit of a trade. The Shy goes down, and JDG picks up a turret. Come off cooldown before this dragon fight. We'll see if that's big as Pace.
Oh, they go right on to him. 100-0. That's Eddie, baby, on the new patch. 2 kills for nothing in the mid lane as IG are going to look for more structures here. They take down the tier 1, pop Shelly, and going to have him send down to the tier 2.
To help protect him from the Annie. And there's no protecting JDG from IG's dragon take, as this is going to go over uncontested, and JDG continue to just be a team that, you know, despite being higher up in the standings and people having higher expectations for this super team being formed, where have they been today, Grapes? Like, they really haven't had control over either of these games against IG, who are putting up a really strong
stretch of matches. Scout going to be in trouble as well. Mako knocks him up. It's all too easy for Invictus Gaming as Rookie picks it up. The deadly flourish from downtown will lock Missing down. And he's going to die maybe again as he is way too far forward trying to catch some vision and make that 0-4.
Was a very poor flash from Missing as the support goat is going to continue. Scout is flashless and Scout is dead. Mako is running this series.
Shockwave finds 3.
Oh,
Chain of Corruption does land as well, so it looks like Scout will survive. Ala going in to try to go all out onto Mako, but he's just way too tanky on this cow. They're going to instead look for Gala. He has both of his summoner spells, not going to use it just yet, then going to flash away and use that force shot to get a little bit of poke onto Shun in top 4 material. I'll say it right now.
I mean, again, JDG just, this is not, I've seen days like this from them, like the Weibo series. I feel like Scout kind of solo through that one overall. I'm going to pause because Otacon's at half. JDG won a contest, but Rookie not spotted, has a good angle.
Yeah, finds the stun onto all. It's canceled by the Pathmaker, but the crowd control chain is just immense. And now Gala coming out here with the curtain call. He's going 1, 2, 3, and 4. All of those shots connecting, combined with the Tibbers on the Missing, is going to make sure that Nautilus goes down. It's JJ picking up the kill, and without even a chance to fight things out, it's JDG falling once more, and IG making their way back to the Otacon.
Rookie, after dropping 0-2-1, having that dud of a TP back in the mid lane where he died immediately after, has been so big this game, finding the angles on the Annie, and again, making this champ that has ring out of Scout.
Yeah, there were times in the second round robin as we started this one off that, like, Scout looked like he was maybe trying to come back from some of the problems that he was dealing with in the earlier parts of the season. This is not one of those times, as hasn't been getting caught out as much, but I just feel like has had very little impact on the series overall.
Or someone that is, again, an elite mid laner in the history of League, right? A world champion. Someone's been...
Mako gliding on him here with that flash pulverized combo. Shockwave only finding the Shy. And now here comes that engage. It's a big cyclone from JJ as Pays goes down just like that. And so do the rest of his team. There's Scout flashing away from the curtain call, but it's just going to delay the inevitable here in this game. Number 2, Jean dashing forward. We'll get one back here onto the Alistar, but the deadly flourish is pure. And Gala with a force shot will send Scout down to the grave. Shun will fall. It's a 5-for-1 in favor of IG as they march down the mid lane.
You look damn clean today, man. Nothing else to say about this squad as they are just beating the pulp out of JDG. Again, cannot emphasize just how against expectations this series has been. I didn't think JDG was playing that great of late, but to have IG put together a series like this, Graves, this type of win that IG has been missing in their season, a dominant 2-0, to do so against JDG, the other really proposed super team that LPL built this past offseason in the second round robin. This has been IG's best look yet.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, taking a look at the recent history and just the general the state of the fact that 2-0s are not something that IG has come by very often. And remember, the gauntlet that JDG still have to face, and if they're in that current state, not a good sign of how the rest of the season could go.
That was fun.
Going for a last-ditch effort. The Shockwave only finds JJ, and he's way too tanky to do anything about it. They take down Rookie on the back end of things, but that's not going to matter at all. Curtain call opened up, and looks like Gala is going to try to seal the deal here. The fourth shot barely goes wide, but it's not going to matter. The Shy Gulfs pays away. It's going to be 4 more kills in favor of Invictus Gaming as they're going to take down this bot lane inhibitor, try to end the game against Scout.
I mean, 2 28-minute wins against JDG. IG, hell of a series from you, and maybe a hell of a second round robin as IG continues to stay on a bit of a heater here in the LPL and have a punishing win against JDG. We're going to need to show more if they want to secure that top 4 standing.
Nexus taken down, pure and an unadulterated obliteration for Invictus Gaming over JDG in that series. And Invictus Gaming